Hello, dear friends, and welcome to the next horrific episode of Random Rhapsodies, Sonnet of Blood. I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master for this Curse of Strahd playthrough. And joining me around my virtual table tonight are Brandie, Dyto, Joe, Marty, and Natalie. Say hi, everyone.
Hi,
Hola!
everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year indeed. But before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the first of our two sponsors for tonight's show, Hero Forge. Marty?
Hero Forge offers fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy species and thousands of parts to choose from. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature online using a fully 3D, in-depth character creator right in your web browser, which is where we built our tokens for this evening's game. You can build your own today at heroforge.com.
Thank you, Marty. Our second sponsor for tonight's show is XSplit. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely by blurring the background, removing it entirely, or even putting a picture as the background instead, like what I did. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM with a capital R, you can get 10% off of your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show descriptions. This week, Tyranny of Dragons will not be airing. It's going to be a short hiatus, but they will be back the following Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. Next week, we are back on Monday with another episode of the Aethertech Wars. It's been a while, but we're back to our regular schedule, and the Aethertech Wars is going to be at 6 p.m. Central this upcoming Monday. Following that, this Wednesday, or this next upcoming Wednesday, well, 1 week from today, is going to be Magi Knight's Awakening. That's also at 6 p.m. Central Time. You can keep up to date on our schedule and everything we do here on the network by following us on Facebook as Random Rhapsody TV, on Twitter is @random_Rhapsody, on Blue Sky is Random Rhapsody, and on TikTok, for however long that lasts, as Random Rhapsody_TV. And that's going to be it for our announcements. So join us as we dive into the land of Barovia and continue on with the Conclave expedition as they attempt to survive. A Sonnet of Blood! And we're back. If you've been watching our show for a while, you know how we do the recap. I offer up the Random Rhapsody coin, which is good for a nat 20 in this campaign. Which means that, yeah, if I do the recap, I get that coin. And honestly, I just kind of want to have the coin today, so I'm just going to do the recap. Y'all cool with that, right? Cool. So, last time on Curse of Strahd...
Hey.
I mean, no one's contradicting me, so yeah, I'm just going to keep going.
Wait a minute.
Sweet.
I mean, I wanted to be nice for the new year, but I guess, we should take it back.
I was going to say, I thought we had a volunteer, but...
A volunteer's tribute.
So I was very disappointed just now, but whatever. Fine then. Danika, tell us what happened last time on Sonnet of Blood.
I had to get ready for this.
Okay.
Dear Danika's diary, entry final.
Oh.
No. Well, we were searching for the alchemist. Our group discovered a group of druids and wildmen who were planning on sacrificing the alchemist. Our party finally managed to kill the druids while I flew on my broom and rescued him by dimension dooring away. Strahd, who was there, decided to take to the air on his flaming horse and flew over the battle, seemingly towards me. More of the wildmen arrived on the scene and fought with everyone else. I kind of avoided all the fights. Then I teleported again, and Strahd's horse seemed to ride away back towards the castle. So, we would have all thought that he left too. So I decided to cast Reduce on the alchemist, and I tucked him in my pocket so I could have my very own pocket alchemist. And I started flying back towards the party. Unfortunately, Strahd appeared behind me and tackled me and forced me to the ground. Luckily, everybody started running over to aid me, but Strahd was being really demanding and demanded I give him back the alchemist. Urzak got to the scene first, and he decided to put himself between me and Strahd. But luckily, Strahd knew who the true power of the team was and just avoided him and walked right past him. And demanded the alchemist from me.
Shots fired.
I'll remember that next time. It's okay.
Sorry.
Next time you take a hit within 5 feet of me, I'll think twice about using my reaction.
Listen, it could all be over in the next 5 minutes, okay?
That is true. Well, let's find out. Okay, expedition members. As Danika said, things are looking a little intense right now. You are all still currently on Yester Hill. Some of you are at the summit, while others are racing down the western slope toward where Danika and Urzak are confronting Strahd. Strahd completely ignored Urzak and has demanded that Danika relinquish the alchemist to him. And he is currently holding his hand, palm up, right in your direction, Danika. At the same time, he glares directly in your eyes in a menacing fashion. You have no idea how the vampire knows that you have the man in your possession. But the look in his eyes leaves little room for interpretation. Now, Strahd, he's clad in a simple pair of breeches, dark boots, and a white tunic underneath a long, black, flowing cape with a red velvet interior lining. All of which are slightly muddy now since the both of you just went headlong into the dirt. But whatever. From where you're standing, you can see that he is wearing a large golden medallion around his neck that's half covered by his linen shirt. And since that you are standing this close, you can see that there is a large red gem in the center of the medallion, possibly a ruby, with a color that reminds you of dark blood. The Lord of Barovia wears no armor that you can see, but he does have a sword strapped to his belt, and the confidence the man exudes suggests that he considers himself to be fully capable of defending himself with it. Van Richten is still in your pocket, Danika. The man has technically woken up, though none of you are actually aware of this fact. And the person running down the hill right now is actually Delphine. Vide, Esmeralda, and Cog are still all standing at the Druid Circle at the top of the hill. We ended we ended things last session in turn order, and on Danika's turn. So, with that in mind, Danika, Strahd is just demanded that you hand over the alchemist, but he has not taken any hostile action towards you otherwise. You're first in turn order. What would you like to do?
Danika is going to talk to Strahd. You can tell she's really nervous. You can tell she's, probably got the fear of Jesus in her. And she goes, I can't do that. Just like you need the alchemist, we also need him. We defeated the druid, and we earned that right. I propose something much more fun to you. Spare him for the moment. You invited us to dinner. Let him also attend. A mind as sharp as yours knows the value of patience. A dinner where fate hangs in the balance would be far more satisfying than cutting him down in the shadows now. After all, nothing in Barovia happens without your consent. His very breath is a testament to your will.
So what are you trying to do here? You're trying to persuade him, it sounds like. So, if you want to, you can use your action to make a persuasion check.
I would. Actually, I would like to use my coin. I would like to use my coin.
Using your coin right away. I will remind you before you lock that in that that skill checks do not automatically gain a success on a nat 20. That's only for attack rolls. It just gives you a 20 plus your persuasion modifier in this circumstance. But a nat 20 isn't guaranteed success. Are you choosing to use the coin? Okay. You're using the coin. So, with your nat 20, what is your total persuasion check?
33.
33.
Shit. I didn't know it was that fucking high.
Bards, man.
It's like
I forgot we're like level 9.
Stealth.
Yeah, we're level 9.
A hand check for blood.
I was like, this is like what, a 28? And then she went 33, and if I had a drink, I would have spit it out.
So, you say this to Strahd, and he looks at you with a sort of amused look on his face. And what makes you think I care in the slightest about what you need? The alchemist is not your play toy. He is one who relinquished his life the moment he stepped foot into Barovia. You and all of your friends here reside purely by my largesse. But I think your appeal amuses me. He looks up at the moon. Or at least the direction you think is the moon. I mean, it's just like a glowy patch because it's always cloudy in Barovia. But anyway, he looks up towards that little glow of brightness in the sky. And he says, if you can escape me by the time the sun rises, I will allow you to hold on to him. Flee, little expedition. I will not give you long.
Danika nods her head and she looks to Urzak. And she's like, well, we gotta get going.
Yeah. Urzak turns and looks at Strahd, who has not looked at him this entire time, and just says, "Next time we meet, you won't find me so easy to ignore." And takes Danika and runs off.
Huh?
Shut your fucking mouth. Don't taunt him.
Yeah, I'm gonna taunt him. Fuck him. I don't like that guy. He knows what he did.
Done a lot of stuff.
To your chagrin, Strahd doesn't even look in your direction when you say this.
Yeah.
His eyes are focused solely down on Danika. And Danika, you can see just a half smirk on his face as he says to you, I'm waiting.
Danika will, before she leaves, she's gonna make sure to grab her broom. And
did we lose Natalie?
Oh shit, I think we did.
Oh.
Great.
And die.
Right, right in the middle of her sentence.
Die.
I guess, are we still in turn initiative? Or?
We are still technically in
Okay.
turn initiative. She had movement. I assume she was going to use it to go over and grab her broom. We're going to be just a little bit squiffy with this, but we're going to stay in turn order for the most part, or at least keep this turn order. Urzak, you said you're grabbing Danika. Danika said she was going to go over and grab the broom. Are the two of you just booking it the opposite direction? And if so,
Yeah.
where are you heading?
That's a good question. I'm still hasted, right?
No.
No?
He should be. I hasted him right before he started heading that way. Before we jumped
Was
the.
Okay, then
Yeah.
Because that's the
yes.
only, I think
then
that's
yes,
the
you
only
would
reason
be.
I got my... Okay.
Then yes, you would be.
Let me check my sheet.
So what round would that be on then, technically? Because I thought we ended turn order, and then there was a bit of time, and then we started turn order again.
Yeah, because
And
I
that's when you
redid
hasted?
haste.
Okay, got
I
it.
hasted a second time, yeah.
Got it. So this would technically be his second turn.
His second.
Okay.
So another
8, I think. How long does it last?
1 minute.
Yeah, so 8 rounds left.
Okay. In which case, I will take an action to disengage, since I technically am in Strahd's threatened area, even though he's ignoring me. And then I need to, let's see, I have 60 feet of movement because that is doubled. I will go right next to Danika, and I'll say
Delphine.
Danika.
sorry, Delphine. It's been a while. And I will say we should go.
Okay.
I will take a dash action and move another 60 feet that way.
Okay, for speed and simplicity, after that, it is Delphine's turn. Delphine, are you following suit?
Yeah, I don't see Cog.
Cog is
But he
like,
could also be
way
out of
down
my
here.
range of. Oh. I don't. I'm gonna say loud enough. Looks like we're running. And I will use my movement to move. I have 40 feet of movement. Can I hold my action until after Cog goes to move, just to make sure that Cog is going?
Well,
Yeah, that should be
Cog-
fine.
Cog-
Yeah, but I don't want to leave you behind. You are slow.
Yeah, just because this is a short thing again, isn't it?
Unfortunately,
He's
yes.
got little. God, you people. I
He's
swear.
got little legs.
You got little legs. And I want to be within distance to be able to vortex warp you if, you know, the sun comes up and we don't know the sun is coming up.
Testing.
Got it.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yay!
now we
Welcome back.
can.
Yay! Okay, what I missed?
So, well, basically, Strahd said, "Run away while you still can." I'm only giving you a little bit of a head start. You went over and got your broom, and then you cut out. So I assumed you were booking it away, which is what Urzak did. He ran over to Delphine, told them what's going on, and then started running. And Delphine's kind of following.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Fair enough. No idea how far you get.
Are we heading back to the Alchemist Tower?
We're just trying to get away. So just move your full movement, dash, double dash. What do you gotta do?
I'm gonna hop on my broom, and I'm gonna take somebody with me. Who's small enough to go on my broom with me?
Alchemist at this point, I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
the
he's in my
alchemist is
pocket
your
still.
pocket.
No.
Cog, maybe?
Yeah, Cog, do you want to go on? Do you want to ride on my broom?
What? What's with the tone to that? Swear, it's like everybody's treating like he's a baby.
Be.
Yeah, he could fit on your broom. He only weighs 36 fucking pounds.
You are the baby of the group, though.
In terms of experience and longevity of their life, he's older than all of you. Yes, I know you elves live a long time, but he's nearing the end of his, so yeah, he's the elder statesman. Thank you very much. I think Marty's the baby. Urzak, I think he's the youngest.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that tracks.
Okay, well, so most of you would be able to see what Strahd is doing. On his turn, he places his hands together and then makes this almost guttural growling sound from deep within his chest. After he does so, from the distance, you hear the sounds of, well, quite a bit of wolves howling. Now, I gotta roll a bunch of dice, so give me a second here, okay?
I like Vide's idea. Just take the alchemist to the tower as fast as possible.
I second that.
Maybe you should start asking him questions while you're flying there. Just in case. Because weren't we wanting to get information from him?
Okay, since I'm flying the broom, I'm gonna take the alchemist out of my pocket and hand him to Cog.
Well, okay, first of all, you haven't gotten him. We're still technically in turn order right now. We'll be out of turn order in a second. Let me finish what I'm doing. But you are not close enough to pick up Cog, even.
Even with that? Oh, wait, yeah, because we're still in Torno. Okay,
So
not
just
yet. Sorry,
give me
Cog, you can't have my pocket alchemist.
Give me a second to do what I'm doing. So while I'm doing that, why don't we go around the table and have everybody tell us kind of what's going on in their minds as they're fleeing from Strahd. Let's start with Delphine.
I think she's just concerned about her friends and keeping a close eye on everyone, keeping everybody within spell's distance. If she's gotta move them a little quicker or slow them down or get into the tower as fast as possible.
Okay. Danika, how about you?
Danika's still kind of like, oh shit, I can't believe I did that. This alchemist better be worth it.
That is pretty fair. Cog, how about you?
Well, bloodthirsty, soulless monster that he is. He respects knowledge, so he'll keep me as a pet, right? If everyone else dies? I mean, I can learn from him and I can be his scribe, so I'm probably good. I don't want to die yet, but if, I have to be his pet, I'm willing to accept some ways of living. Yeah, that's right, bitches. If you'd watched Monday, I fucking flat out said I'd sell you fuckers at the lid. I don't really mean that, but maybe Cog is willing to do that. I don't know.
I'll keep that in mind. That's really interesting.
Just because Monday was my birthday, and I don't want to die one of my characters on my week of my birth. So
we spent some time apart, and all of a sudden, all the truth's coming out.
It's true.
Hey.
Danika thinks
Urzak's
Monday,
and
Cog's gonna sell us out.
Our characters might die in our Monday campaign, and so I was in my feels, and I was thinking, you know what? Shit might happen in both games.
True.
There's no. In all reality, though, God, I hope this prick is worth it. Because if we all die for this guy, just because he also, Cog knows who this guy is. And he's like, if I swear to God, if Robert Mitchell is my death, I am so gonna be upset.
This isn't Robert Mitchell.
Oh, this
is the Alchemist.
I thought this one was.
No,
I'm
he's
thinking
the
other
Mad
one.
Mage.
Oh, you know what? He wants to kill Robert Mitchell. That's right. I think he was wanting to. I don't remember.
Who?
Well, Blood wants to kill him. So Cog does. It comes out. I can't help.
Okay, so anyway, he does this thing, and he makes this loud sound, and as he pulls his hands away, a ball of light just flashes and flares between it. This dark, sickly white color. You begin to see odd sort of shapes. It begins first as a mist coming up from the ground, but begins to solidify. 4 spined devils begin crawling up out of the mist and forming behind Strahd. At the same time, quite a large amount of howls are coming from the woods, far to the north and the west of the hill. And that's Strahd's turn. At this point, we are going to basically pause initiative, because for the next handful of rounds, Strahd simply stands there, waiting. Danika, you're able to swoop down with your broom towards Corwan. You can grab him up if he's willing to jump on the broom with you.
Yeah.
And so if you're wanting to hand over the alchemist, now is the time to do so.
Going to safely hand the little fella to Cog. And she's gonna whisper, "Hey Cog, look at somebody smaller than you."
Is it You know, it would be so easy just to push you off this thing. He just looks at you, then he holds the alchemist. He's like, "Hi, Corwan."
This is you, like, on the back of the broom as Danika goes flying up into the air. I assume everybody else is running behind them, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So with Danika and Cog flying high in the air on the broom, let's say you're getting about 50 feet before you start to level out. The rest of the team is underneath you, all of you running as fast as you can towards where?
I say the tower.
Yeah, I think that's probably our best bet, but that's pretty far.
I could. Let me take a look. I could cast Private Sanctum if we get where we think we're far enough.
Okay.
Will that
Last
help
time we
though?
did something like that, though, he just
so
kind
I
of
tell
took
you,
it down like it was nothing.
His jumper is on.
We can hear you, Del. Yeah, I think Strahd could dispel that probably in a heartbeat.
Yeah, he's
That's
way
I agree.
powerful.
Yeah.
a good idea, but that's a major concern, I think, is he took down whatever we did last time like it was like a piece
Nothing.
of paper.
That was just tiny hut, but still.
I do think our best bet is probably the tower, because from what we know, he can't see into that. That's like completely magically protected.
Well, we need to be moving in that direction regardless and get going quick because we got a lot of new friends. So yep.
Running.
Let's move.
I'll have my gun at the ready just in case I need to take any shots on the run, but I'm not gonna stop unless I have to.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
No worries. You get to the bottom of the hill and begin making your way north along the road. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up the regular map so you can kind of see where you're at.
Oh. Very zoomed in. Oh, we're so far away. Actually, we're not as far away as I thought we were. Still pretty far.
It's true. You have a actual road that leads pretty close to the tower that you are talking about, the Van Richten and Esmeralda's tower. You put Danika or Delphine, I imagine you have your map out. You're looking at it, trying to trace these trails, and you're like, "Yeah, okay, we're good. We can just follow this trail and make our way up there." But it's a very long route. And as you just begin to get past the hill, onto the road, in towards the woods, you hear a crack of lightning. You look back and you see this bright blue flash of light just shooting up into the air. When you hear that crack of thunder, it's immediately followed by the howl of more wolves. You're hearing howls repeatedly, over and over again. They're coming in loud. They're somewhere out there in the woods. And it sounds like the hunt is on. So, expedition members, My question to you is this. How are we proceeding?
Quickly. We need to get away from Strahd specifically. I don't know how many wolves we hear, but it's gonna be a lot.
Well, you can make either a perception or a survival check if you want to try to listen and determine that.
This is the same.
Well, the one who needs to get to safety, most importantly, is Danika and Cog with the Pocket Alchemist.
Yes.
And they're up in the air, so whatever's on the ground isn't gonna...
It's a 15 perception.
Judge, with your 15 perception, you're like listening really hard as you're running. It sounds like there's a lot of them. And I mean a lot. It's difficult to guess exactly how many, but based on the sounds, more than a dozen, and multiple directions, to the east and to the west.
Just move.
Yeah, keep going.
Danika, on your broom, I believe you have a 50-foot fly speed, is that correct?
I believe so.
Okay. That
Yes.
means you can get 100 feet per round.
Okay.
While that's going on, Cog, you said you're going to try to say something to the alchemist.
I mean,
I'm
guess
going to
if
point
we
out,
can?
you
We
are
are flying pretty quick.
you're
yeah.
flying. You're flying a lot faster than you can walk. That's
would-
for sure. You're holding on to a broom or holding on to Danika for dear life.
Yeah.
So what are we
He
doing?
won't. He's not actually gonna, because that, just nature takes over. There's no way it would work. So yeah, he would just kind of just have the alchemist, kind of just put him in his pocket, I guess, and just be like, I don't know why she gave you to me. I just kind of stick him in his coat pocket.
You hear a muffled from your pocket.
Yeah, tell me later. And then he'll just kind of hold on.
Danika grumbles. Just put him back in my pocket then, dang it.
Okay. Well, you're not moving. You're not running, or you're not stealthing. You're running at full force. So you can't really do a whole lot beyond the fact we're going to be rolling to see how quickly they catch you and who catches you first. So I'm going to need somebody to roll a d12 and a d8.
That is a 7 on the 12 and a 3 on the 8.
Okay. With your 10, you're moving at a fast pace. I imagine, honestly, like, you're kind on that broom, you're kind of outpacing the rest of your party. Danika, are you holding back speed, or are you just going to try to get to the tower as quickly as possible? Like, are you trying to keep up with your companions? Because they can't move
I
as fast as you.
am definitely going to try to get... I know, and it's unfortunate.
Mhm.
But I think we should definitely try to get there ASAP.
Absolutely.
Where was the moon at? Like, how much time are we thinking we have? Because he said until the sun rises, right?
Make for me a survival check.
It's 14.
It's hard to see exactly where the moon is. It's just like you've seen the moon behind the clouds. It's just a little bit of a bright spot there. You kind of have to take a moment looking for that. Give me a dexterity saving throw. You do spot it in one corner as you're wiggling about, and for half a second, you as you're looking about, you kind of jostle a little bit and grab onto the broom and hold it really tight because you almost fell. But you do find the moon. You look up and you're judging, and you're guessing you maybe have 4 hours till sunrise.
And how? I guess I don't remember our hex system of how far from the tower was. Was it Yesterhill? Is that what?
Yeah.
How-
let me see
what-
here. 22 miles. Not by the way the broom flies. Probably a little bit longer on the ground.
24. I measured it out.
So on
We
average,
go
you go about
at every
3 miles, or you go about what did we say? Let's pull up our movement. real quick.
At a fast pace, we can go 4 miles an hour.
4 miles an hour.
So we can get 16 miles before the sun comes up if we have about 4 hours.
Well, I would say on the broom, I guess we could probably go a little quicker than that.
Here's the thing, though, too. Only Danika knows the terms of all this. We're just the rest of us are just running.
I think I mean, we would have known why we're running. I think Marty, Urzak was right there.
right there.
Oh, that's fair.
Delphine wasn't too far. I mean, even Vide wasn't. I mean, Cog might be the one that would have heard the littlest, but
Oh, was I close enough to hear?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, you were within like 15, 20 feet of us when I said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, never mind. Do we need to think of a plan B? Because there's no way we're making it to the tower. Unless... I don't know. I know Dyto said something about having a vortex spell, but I don't know how that works or how far that would get us.
It doesn't shoot you. It gives you just a
That's like 90 feet.
If I use a 5th level, it's 180. But that'd be my only 5th level.
Yeah, that's...
It's not.
Now, is it we just have to? The Danika has to get away, or the group has to get away?
I don't think it was ever
Danika's the
really
one.
that
Yeah,
specific.
what are the full terms?
Danik
Like,
is the one that made the deal.
Yeah, because if it's just her, then we're all just running for no reason.
Well, I mean, there's a lot trying to kill you now, so there's a reason.
Oh, this is fair. This
Right.
is true. But if Strahd is going to be focusing mostly on Danika, then that means the rest of us could potentially use a spell, and maybe he won't be as concerned about us, and we can hide and let her be the bait, so to speak.
Wow.
I mean, it might make a better chance for us to survive. Does Danika or Cog have any spells that could get them closer to the tower quicker?
No.
I have one last dimension door, but I can only take 2.
Yeah, and there's 3 of us now. Well, with the broom, we can go 100 feet around. That's 10 rounds a minute. So that's 1,000 feet a minute, 60,000 feet in an hour. It's a little over 11 miles. We could be there inside of 2 hours. You guys can't.
Right.
Yeah, there's literally no way that we can make it there tonight. I mean, that's in perfect conditions, us running full speed the whole time,
Then
nothing.
Cog, I
coming
recommend.
after us.
Okay.
I can't hear you, Brandie. Can't hear you. And Natalie cut out too, actually. Can anybody else hear me?
So
Test. Can anybody hear me?
honestly,
Okay.
this
Anybody? Can anybody hear me right now?
harder.
We lose it.
They go right.
Ugh. Okay, sorry, folks. Like, it seems that y'all can hear me, but nobody can seem to hear anyone else.
They can hear it on stream, Matt. They can hear you.
Yeah, the stream can hear me, but they're not hearing anybody else. Oh, hello. That was weird.
Norm. What?
That was fucking
What was the
weird.
applause for?
Was it me? Was it just me, or was
No,
it
it was
everybody?
everybody.
No, it was
I thought
everyone.
it was me.
I-
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought it was me too.
I think it was a Discord thing, because I think we are all having the same issue.
damn you, Discord.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
just
was
like-
really, really weird.
Don't break on us again. Remember that time we talked shit about Roll20 and it broke for the rest of the night?
Yeah, remember that? God damn. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Not sure exactly what happened there, but let's keep going. So, everybody is running. You're all running up the road, heading in that northeastern direction. You can hear wolves howling. Danika and Cog are on the broom. They're flying a little bit faster than everybody else. We've determined that you don't have enough time to get to the tower. The tower is quite a ways away. It's basically 22 miles by way of Danika's broom. So the team was talking a little bit about where they're going to go while they're running. This was Vide, Urzak, Delphine, and Esmeralda. Now, as you're all running, Esmeralda does point out. Now, she's actually still in the Rictavio form, so he's talking like this, and he points out that, hey, there is the winery, the Wizard of Wine's winery, not far from here. It's a lot closer than the tower is, so that could be a place where we could hide up.
Let's do it, because there's no way we're making it to the tower. And I don't want to be out in the open with wolves.
Is that place safe? Last I heard it was under attack.
Mhm.
Oh, was it?
No, I think they were attacked. They're not still under attack. They were attacked. And then the druids took stuff from them.
Of course,
With
Cog's
shot.
not there. Cog's on the broom, technically speaking.
I don't know. What does everybody else think?
Probably a better target to shoot for than the tower.
Yeah,
At least for
'cause-
us. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for us for sure.
And to not be
And
outside.
And I feel like Strahd's gonna be more after Danika because he wants the alchemist. We don't have the alchemist. She does, and he knows that.
I mean, it's our best bet.
Yeah, why don't we do that? And then like whatever spells you have that could possibly offer some protection, we can use. At least try, you know?
I mean, I do still have some spell slots left that can... Like, I can set an alarm when we get there.
Yeah. At least, yeah, we can do that. Do we have any, like, way of, like, talking to Cog or Danika?
Cog has sending. I think Danika does too.
Does anybody that's running have sending?
No.
Oh, that's perfect.
Don't you hate it when you split the party?
Kinda, yeah. But honestly, I think it's our best bet at this point.
I think it's the only option we have right now.
Yeah, because I mean, I have a limited amount of bullets, and that's like that's only going to get us so far. I mean, I do have my whips and my sword, but yeah, I'd rather kind of hole up. And
I'd
not
honestly
get into a
rather
fight.
they take the flight over to the tower, because that's safer than where we're going, and they have the target.
Yeah,
And
Mhm.
and they can get that. They can feasibly get there. We can't.
Right. And then we can deal with the
Esmeralda's
consequence.
with us, right?
What's that?
Esmeralda's with us and not with.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. It'll be easier for us to defend ourselves if we have to.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I think that's a good
Inside
idea.
the building.
Let's go to the winery, because yeah, we can board up the doors and the wall or the windows, and you know, we have a better chance of surviving that way.
Mhm.
Stay out of the woods, though. I don't want to go in the woods if we can
Right.
avoid it.
Let's see. This way. And it would take us 9 miles. If this is this like a little passage here, something we can cut through, or is this?
Let me see here. Yeah, I mean that is it's basically just a grassy area between two stretches of trees.
Okay.
So yes.
The normal way would run us about an additional 2 miles, so we can shave off 2 miles by going through that little pass.
Yep, let's do it.
Alright.
Let's,
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's see here. So you are managing to make your way up the road, running as fast as you can. It takes about you're actually running for about a good 10 minutes. Getting fairly far down the road as you begin once again to hear wolves howling much closer this time. You haven't gone very far yet, not even really a mile yet. Somewhat close, but not quite. The trees are to your left and to your right, and they are dark. It is pitch black out here right now. Fortunately, I think among your group, everybody has dark vision. Except for maybe Vide. Vide, do you have dark vision?
I don't think so. For some reason, I thought I got something that gave it to me, but I don't think I did.
No, I don't think you have with this character. So you would have to have a torch lit if you want to see along the way.
Ooh,
Does
I know. I'm gonna pull out my Moon Touch Scimitar, because that gives light, right?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
So yeah, I'll have my pistol in one hand and my scimitar in the other, just to give me some light.
Okay.
If anything, I can also give you dark vision for
I
8
mean,
hours.
If you want to use a spell slot, I won't I won't say no. 'Cause that will also make it less of a target. That I won't have a light shining. I don't know how much that matters, but
No, let's just have you run with your sword for now.
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, that's fine.
It's like we don't have a healer.
Oh yeah. Let's save your spells. Hopefully we can, get in this house, hole up, and maybe you can get some rest and possibly.
If I get a short rest, if we can get there with enough time where I can get a short rest, I can regain up to 5 levels worth of spells with my arcane recovery.
Yeah.
I still have 10 lay on hands points. I can, at least keep people up if we need to.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little hurt, but I'm okay for now.
You've been making your way through the woods, or down the path between the woods, and those howls are beginning to get louder. Bursting from the forest, you see 5 massive shapes coming into your path. Vide, you got that light on. You can see it. You can see in the distance these large, shaggy shapes, huge paws, and eyes that gleam in the moonlight of your sword. There are 5 dire wolves standing in front of your path. Danika and Cog. I'm not sure if you can hear me, Danika, or not. I hope you can. I know you're having webcam issues right now. Can you hear us, Danika?
She's not even.
Oh, she's not even in chat now, so no, she can't.
I can hear you though.
Anyway,
I think she would probably be okay with Cog making the call. If you need any decisions made while she's trying to get her shit to work.
Cog, what is your passive perception, by the way?
15.
15. You would be able to see in the dim dankness of night that there is a shape somewhere. Like, imagine you're flying in the air, you're looking back, you can still see the fires from Yester Hill, and every so often a dark shape starts going in front of it, blocking out that light. It's hard to tell, but with the silhouettes, you think there are at least 4 figures, and they're flying in the air. Now, at the rate you're flying, it's difficult to tell whether or not they're keeping pace with you or they're catching up. But they're there.
Yay.
So what do you do?
We would just keep moving. Yeah, I mean, just keep going in the direction we're going. Just
Are you just at a high altitude above the trees and all of that? Are you way above that? What's your height right now?
You know what? I think if we had started out really high, Cog would have been like, hey, he would have said, like, let's get down close to the tree level. So if something's following us, maybe we can blend into the trees. So just have her skirt above the trees a little bit, maybe 5 to 10 feet above them. Just so we so we're not like just blatantly up in the air, just a massive target, but we're down below. Maybe if he sees something following him, he'd be like, well, maybe we can kind of disguise ourselves in the terrain.
Okay. So I'm gonna have Danika roll an acrobatics check. This is her maneuvering her broom, keeping it above the tree line, but also occasionally, there are bigger trees than others, so you're kind of having to like go around them a little bit. So this roll is going to be determined how well she's doing that.
He's giving her guidance, patting her on the back.
Okay, we'll take that guidance. $23, that's pretty good. Yeah, you're skimming along the tree line. Every so often, she'll zip to one side, zip to the other, around different trees. It's hard to tell because your dark vision doesn't go that far. And being this close to the tree line, after a certain point, it's going to obscure the light from Yester Hill.
Yeah, so then we'd be blind. But hey, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what we got to do.
Okay. Well, these 5 wolves have appeared in front of you. Vide, Urzak, Delphine, and Esmeralda. What are you wanting to do? They just burst out of the trees. They come running up into the middle of the road, just kind of stopping along the edge there. And they're growling menacingly at you.
What's the chances that we can outrun wolves?
Not high, I would probably venture to say.
I can try and take them all out in one go. But it would use up a high-powered spell. Otherwise, I think we're going to have to fight our way through this.
Well,
yeah.
As you say that, like you're standing there looking at them, saying this to one another, the wolves are going to start charging towards you. So I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative.
Have my token selected. This better work. Especially because I rolled so good. It worked!
Yay!
I rolled an amazing roll.
Delphine, look at us on the same initiative.
Let's go.
I'll take a quick nap.
Oh, you got it at 1. Oh no.
Whew, rough.
Hey, but I'm not last.
Not last. Delphine, Urzak, the two of you are on the same initiative. Who's going first?
After you, I suppose.
Hold on.
Ladies first. What a gentleman.
So gentlemanly.
Let me measure a couple of things out. All right. Let's see if I've got anything else. That's not gonna do it. Okay. I'm gonna cast vitriolic sphere, like right in the middle. It's a 20-foot sphere. I can easily get all of them.
I like it.
It's a dex save.
Okay, let's make some dex saves for some wolves.
Saves?
I'm okay with the death saves for the wolves too.
Right.
Yes. You said
Vitriolic
death save
Sphere is
first.
the one where it does acid damage, it does an initial damage, and then it does more damage at the end of the enemy's turn, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, if they don't like use their action to wipe it off.
Okay.
Yeah, and another 5d4 acid damage at the end of its next turn.
So let's see here. That's going to be 5 wolves dex saving throws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 out of the 5 saved. 3 of them failed. 2 of them just barely failed. That's a shame.
So the 13
no,
is
it's not.
the 13 is the 5d4.
Yeah.
So it's 28. So 2 of them saved.
I'm going to say, let's see. Okay, I'm going to do some math real quick. You know how much I love doing that.
Ugh, gross.
You got
So,
a couple of
The 2 that
kids in
saved
there.
will take 14.
Have Miles sit next to you, do the math for you. Just be like, "All right, you know what to do."
No, I can do it. I've just got to sit here and do it real quick. Which I already did. I'm just now plugging it all into all of these wolves over here. Okay. Let's go ahead and pop this. Yeah, this doesn't look all that great, unfortunately. Yeah, this map kind of sucks, unfortunately, for showing it on camera. Anyway, so you send this sphere of acid exploding around these wolves. 3 of them, the 2 in the front and the 1 in the back, are severely wounded and are currently covered in that bright yellow acid. The 2 on the sides are the 2 that saved. They do not seem to be covered in acid. That's your turn, Delphine, unless you want to, you got a movement or bonus
I'm going to use my bonus action to go into a blade song.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, this map just does not. Yeah, you're not really going to see a whole lot right now. That's fine. Urzak, you're up next.
Okay. Is the sphere like a constant thing? Is that just kind of in their area now? Or is that just a one time?
It's just a one and done.
It's a one and done.
Okay. I will take a step or 2 forward, and I'm gonna hold my action and make an attack if any of them enter my range.
Okay. Well, we got some angry wolves next up, and yeah, they're coming right in your range. So, swing away, Urzak. First one's coming right at you.
Great. 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
I don't have any spell slots for smites. 8 damage.
8 points of damage. This wolf is already covered in acid, and it's burning its flesh and the hair. You swing your axe down hard on the creature, cutting deeply into its shoulder. It staggers back and yips in pain, but it is still up.
My second attack. That's a natural 1.
That is a failure. You miss. Technically, let's see. You are no longer hasted. It has been more than 10 minutes. So that's your reaction. It then is going to lunge and attempt to bite you. Uh, 17 is gonna miss.
Yep.
That's it for its turn. At the end of its turn, the acid is going to burn through what little health it had left. That was 13 points of consistent burn damage, or just burn damage for the end of this turn, and that is enough to drop the wolf. So after lunging at you, snapping its jaws at your neck and missing, it just hits the ground behind you and skids. He dead.
Got him.
Next up is the dire wolf next to it. It is also charging towards you and attempting to bite at you. That's 20 to hit.
That misses.
Misses. You throw
Wait,
up your shield.
no. That just hits. I had an additional 2 from haste, and that is now gone.
Got it. So yes, that does hit. It's going to do a total of 8 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. 25.
25. It jumps and bites at you, digging its teeth into your shoulder, trying to pull you down, but you just grab onto its sides and thrust it away, pushing it back. Next up, we've got Esmeralda's turn. She's kind of tapped out. Not gonna lie, as far as spells go.
Telling me, pal.
Oh, actually, well, no, she does have a little bit more than I thought she did. But most of them are not, like, huge damage spells. I think what she's gonna do is... Yeah, she's going to come moving right up next to you, Urzak, stepping a little bit so between you, or just giving you and them a little space. She is going to be taking... Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot. That wolf needs to take its acid damage at the end of its turn, so it's actually dead too.
Got him.
Forgot about that.
Burn!
You didn't even swing at that one.
Yeah. No, that one... Both of them just burned to death.
You know the phrase, if looks could kill? Urzak mastered it, and he found a way to kill with looks.
Oh, don't I know it?
So since Esmeralda doesn't need to do that, she's going to go ahead and cast Magic Missile at 2nd level, sending 2 bolts of Magic Missiles at this guy and 2 at this guy. Which unfortunately I can't show on the map. It just does not work that way. Yeah, I can't see shit really. Anyway, yeah, Esmeralda Magic Missiles. I hate that it does that. Okay. Okay, 4 to the first one. 6. Yeah, 6 to the first one. And 7 to the other. It's going to be it for her turn. Vide, you're up next.
Alright, let's see. Vide is just gonna aim at this one right there. Oh, sorry, I was trying to get my thing open. 22 to hit.
22 hits.
13 damage to that one.
13 damage. It is still up.
And then I have an extra attack, so 10 misses.
10 does miss.
And I think that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. That's it for your turn. You're shooting at this one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
This one.
That's what I thought.
Right here. That exact one.
That exact one. That exact one is
Right
actually the
here.
one next.
Awesome. He's definitely not going to go after me.
Well, he really
I don't think-
can't.
Like I
Well,
said.
technically it could, but
Well, like I said, it's not going to.
no, it's not. It's running at Esmeralda.
Why did she have to be 10 feet away?
It's making its attack to her. 22 is going to hit. Doing 12 points of piercing damage, and I need her to make a saving throw. "13 just makes it. That's that direwolf's turn. Next one is going to come charging at Urzak. Make the same bite attack at Urzak. 19,
Get him.
I think, is going to miss.
We'll miss.
Last one is also coming running at Urzak. And since it's got pack tactics, it does get advantage on this attack. The two that just went didn't have acid damage on it.
Think this one does?
Yeah, this is the last one, and this one does. 24 is going to hit.
Yep.
10 points of piercing damage and a strength saving throw, please.
A long night. 14.
14. That is a success. And that's the last one that does have the acid burn on it. It is dead. At the end of turn order, you've killed several of the wolves. Unfortunately, several more come running out of the woods to your east. And so I'm going to go ahead and add them to turn 2 initiative now. So let's see here. I'm going to get rid of some dead wolves. That wolf is dead. That wolf is dead. There we go. Okay, top of turn order. Urzak, you're up next. You got a lot of dead wolves around you. They don't seem to care. They're just going to keep running towards you. And there is one right in your grill. So what are you doing?
Well, I guess I gotta go for the guy that's up in my face. So here we go, attack time. Everybody's favorite time of day. That's a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
No smites allowed because I don't have any dang spell slots. 12 damage.
12 points of damage. He is still up.
Another nat 1.
Wow.
You want to die, don't you?
Not really.
That it for your turn?
I guess so.
Delphine, you're up next.
No, nope. I want a line, not a spear.
Danika accidentally kills, or Delphine accidentally kills everybody.
I am going to start making my way up toward this group of wolves. I'm going to stab at this guy with the rapier. It's 13, probably gonna miss.
13 is going to miss.
Stab him again.
Stabby, stabby.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Oddly, that misses too.
Yeah, it does. It's crazy how that
Crazy.
works.
For 11 damage.
11 points of damage. Is that it for your turn?
Yes, because I don't think there's anything else that I want to do for a bonus action at the moment.
Okay. The wolf you just stabbed is going to jump and try to bite you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, that was not supposed to be at advantage. A 16 misses.
Yeah.
Next off is another wolf. That wolf is also going to come charging towards you because you're the closest to it. This one does have advantage because of pack tactics. It needs to be right here, actually. Yeah. Ah, 14 is also not going to hit. Last wolf is going to come charging towards Urzak. Bite attack at Urzak. At advantage for pack tactics. 23 to hit.
Yep.
Apparently I can roll better when I'm aiming at you.
Well, it's also a Herculean task to try to hit Delphine.
This is true.
It is.
This is true.
9 damage.
9 points of piercing damage. Give me that strength saving throw.
26.
Yeah, you're good.
Strahd could probably do it, no problem.
Yeah.
Esmeralda is up next. She is going to be pulling out her 2 weapons, her rapier and her hand axe. Take a stab with each. 27 and a 13. The 27 hits. 7 points of piercing damage to the wolf, which is enough to take it out. She's then going to move around behind the wolf that Urzak is currently facing. That's the end of her turn. Vide, you're up next.
Vide is going to, I guess, shoot this one.
Which one? Okay. Shooting at the newly arrived wolf.
Yes. 14.
What is their AC? 14 just hits.
Then 12 damage.
12 points of damage.
Okay, and then my extra attack. 13, probably no.
Well, no. 14 is exactly its AC.
Okay, well then, I didn't hit the second time.
Yeah, you line up. You line up and take a shot with your gun. One of those bullets do find its mark and hits it in the side.
Okay, and then hold on. I think I have 30 movements, right? Yeah, 30 movements. So I'm gonna move a little bit. I'm gonna move right about there.
Okay.
And then I think that'll be it.
That's it for you. Next off is another one of the dire wolves. Looks like there's 4 left on the field. This one's attacking Urzak at advantage because of pack tactics. 26.
That will hit.
See, all of these rolls would have hit Delphine, but they're not at Delphine. 5 points of piercing damage. Give me another strength saving throw.
Gang, it's looking rough. But I did get a nat 20 on the strength save.
Nice. That is the end of turn order, and I see that it is currently 8:40, so why don't we go ahead and take our 10-minute break. And hopefully Natalie will be back with us by then. So stay tuned, everybody. We will be back very soon, and we'll continue on with this crazy chase. See you soon. Howdy, everybody. We are back. And when we last left off, most of our heroes are currently facing down some dire wolves, while Danika and Corwan are flying away on their broom, racing towards the Van Richten's tower. And they have the alchemist in Cog's pocket, I think. But we're focused right now on Urzak, Delphine, and Vide, along with Esmeralda. So let's start things off at the top of turn order with Urzak. You got 2 dire wolves next to you. What are you doing?
First things first, I'm going to use my bonus action to rage, because I haven't done that the entire time for some reason.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and rage.
All right. Now that I'm doing that, I will make my 2 attacks on... I'll do the first attack on this wolf to my right. That is a 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
Okay, so we add 10 slashing damage, and now that I'm actually raging, I get an additional 2 damage from rage, so 12.
Okay, sorry. Did you say the one to your right?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Additional 2 damage from rage, so 12.
12.
And then another d6 plus 1 from divine fury
Love it.
for another 5 damage, so 17 damage total.
Nice. The wolf is definitely looking wounded now.
Okay, that's only on the first attack, but I will take a second attack. Oh my god, the second attacks are terrible today. 11.
11, unfortunately, is going to miss.
Okay, that's my turn.
That is your turn. Delphine, you're up next. You got 2 wolves in front of you.
I am going to Green Flame Blade, attacking the one right in front of me. It's the
Do it.
primary target. It's a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
13 damage to the first one, and 9 fire
To the dude next to them.
to the dude next to him.
Okay, you stab into that wolf, and as your blade glows green with fire, that flame leaps off, hitting the wolf next to him, burning it as you sink that rapier into the first.
Then I'm going to pull my rapier out and stab at the one in front of me again. For 13, that probably misses.
13 does miss. Okay.
That's going to be my turn.
Okay. Next up is the second dire wolf, the one that just got hit by the fire. He is going to be making his attack at you at advantage. An 11's going to miss. The one next to him is also going to lunge and bite at you. 22 to hit.
Shield, it misses.
Shield. You throw up that shield, and invisible force pushes the wolf away. That's it for their turn. Next off is the dire wolf to Urzak's right that he had just been slashing at. It's going to be making its attack at Urzak. 25 to hit. Where are these numbers a second ago?
Hits.
That's going to be 8 points of piercing damage reduced down to 4, and I need that strength saving throw again.
And that is now with advantage. Not that I was struggling to pass these anyway, but that's a 20.
20 does succeed. Esmeralda is up next. She is going to be sinking her rapier into the wolf between you and Urzak, or between her and Urzak. Rapier, that's a 19. That does hit, doing 13 points of piercing damage, which is enough to take it out. She stabs into the back of the rapier, severing that spine, and the wolf drops down to the ground. She's going to jump over the wolf that is over here, landing next to it, and is going to take a swing with her hand axe. 17 is also going to hit, doing 6 points of slashing damage. That wolf is severely wounded, barely still up. But it is still up. That's it for Esmeralda's turn. Vide, you're up next.
Okay, Vide, assessing the situation, figures Urzak and Esmeralda had this guy taken care of. So I'm going to go 5, 10. 1. Okay, why? What's going on? Why won't it let me?
Because you got stuck in an invisible wall.
Oh, well, I wanted to go like right. I think here
you can't
was
go
30.
any farther.
Oh. Oh, then I'm just gonna. Okay, I'll just go here, and we're gonna pretend I'm more over here though. And I'm just gonna shoot, I guess, this guy right here. Stupid invisible wall. 11 misses, I'm assuming. I'm going to shoot him again for 14, and 14 hits for 8. Right?
Yes, 14 does just hit.
For 8 to this guy.
To that guy right there.
Yes, this guy right here. Unless you'll let me take the damage from the first roll, I wouldn't mind the 13 damage.
I'm sure you would, but no. Unfortunately not. 2 shots with your gun. Blah, blah.
See, I just didn't aim right with the first one. I was still moving when I shot the first time.
Absolutely. Urzak, you're up next.
All right. First things first. Attack on the wolf in front of me. Roll. 23 to hit.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
12 plus 2. 14 damage.
14 points of damage is enough to take this one out. You slash at it, embedding your axe in its spine with that glowing, bright, radiant energy that kind of bursts off of it, and it falls to the ground dead.
Great. I will take 20 feet of movement, get up next to Delphine, just gonna say, hey, and take another attack.
She smiles.
On Delphine, just kidding.
A 25 hits Delphine.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. My AC is 27 right now.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But it will hit the wolf, I imagine.
Yes.
For 14 damage.
14 points of damage. It's looking very wounded at this point.
Kick it a little bit. That's my turn.
Delphine, you're up next.
I'm gonna green flame blade the the wolf in front of me
Okay.
as my primary target for a 27 to hit.
Yep.
13 to the one in front of me, and 8 to the one next to him.
That 13 is enough to take out the one in front of you. You kind of just stab at it with your rapier through its throat, and it cries out and drops to the ground dead. The one next to it gets hit by that fire, taking the damage. It is still up.
All right, then I'm gonna stab at that one with my
Stab it.
rapier. Oh, it was almost a natural 20. It was a natural 20 for like 2 seconds. 16 for 11 piercing damage.
Describe how this last one looks for us.
I think so. Urzak goes over and just says, "Hey," and Delphine blushes and feels invigorated as she takes out the last two werewolves.
This is foreplay for Urzak and Delphine. Let's all just accept that fact.
Get a room, guys. Jeez.
You hear Vide from over your shoulder.
Get a room.
Fucking Cog isn't there to see it.
Oh
Nope.
yeah, Cog's not there to see it, but Cog did clock the cure wounds from earlier.
Still, that could have just been a over-enthusiastic one. This is different.
Yeah, no, this is definitely hard. This is basically heavy petting without touching.
Ew.
The description makes it work.
I didn't like that.
Golly, Cog, I'm sorry I took you away from it.
But Esmeralda does clock it, and she comes running over to the two of you and says, save your flirting for... Or actually, she's in Rictavio's voice. Save your flirting for later. We need to get moving.
Yeah,
yeah.
Vide's taking off.
Before we start moving, I am gonna pump a first level cure wounds into Urzak.
Okay.
You would.
Phrasing.
12 healing.
Thank you.
With that, let's turn our attention to Delphine and Cog, who are flying...
Danika.
Danika and Cog. Sorry, goddamn. You know, I've recently noticed that, like, in almost every single campaign on this network, there's at least 2 people with the same first letter of their names. Never ends. Anyway, so Danika and Cog are currently racing on the broom. Danika is in front, Cog is in the back, just kind of holding on for dear life. The alchemist is in his pocket. You can feel him move every so often, but only just a little bit, because your mind's on other things, including the dark silhouettes that are currently chasing you all. These things have a movement speed that's a little bit better than yours, and they've been gaining. You've been flying for about a half an hour now, racing over the treetops. And these things, it's hard to tell exactly what it is. The way they move, it's almost like they're kind of large birds or bats. It's difficult to tell. But they've been getting closer and closer, and after, well, probably about 25, I'd say about 25 minutes, Cog, you would see that, you would see the outline of them a little bit more clear. Now, you've got 60 feet of dark vision, so you wouldn't see quite them with your dark vision. Just the silhouettes are getting bigger and bigger. You'd say they're probably about your size, maybe a little bit bigger.
Can Danika see him in her peripherals or anything?
Well, here's my question. Are you focused more ahead and guiding your broom? Because, like, you're skimming the treetops. that means that you're just kind of weaving around larger trees every so often.
Oh, well, then I'm focusing on flying.
That is fair. Okay, so what that means is that you would not really be able to gauge what is coming at you. The only reason you really know is because about this time, they're about 80 feet behind you. And Cog, something goes flying towards you. We're going to see whether or not it can hit. This is at disadvantage. Does a 17 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so what happens is you feel something ping against the back of your armor.
Ha! Go faster. We must go faster.
I'm trying.
We got 3 more coming at you. We're going to do these in succession. 10, 8, 8. So,
Nope.
like, you don't really feel them. None of these connect, but you'll hear a shooting past you. What are you all doing?
I mean, because he's got to hold on for dear life, so he can't really fire back at them. I mean, shit. I mean, we're moving quick, so it's not like he can like pull out the alchemist and be like, "Hey, why don't you sit in my armor there and shoot back?" Because I'm sure you've got some magic.
Oh, that reminds me. How long does that spell last?
Fuck.
That's valid. That is a valid.
Because I might need to change this entire narration here.
It's a minute.
It's a minute. Oh fuck.
Well, I don't know that. Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know the spell because I don't use it, but I'm sure. Because I'm sure she, Danika would know.
Danika would know. So is it actually a minute?
Yeah.
Okay. So here, you basically would have flown down the hill. You would have had to land, and then you would have had to the 3 of you get on. So the 3 of you are on this broom. He is full-sized again. So let's say it is Danika, the alchemist. Luckily, he's like skinny. He's an old, frail man. Now that you're actually looking at him, you can see him now a lot better now, and I've described him before. He's an old, frail man. Balding on the head, wisps of graying hair out the sides. He's wearing little more than a loincloth, and he has, like, chains around his wrists still, because you teleported it out of the chain, so he doesn't have that. He's just a loincloth. He's beaten, he's bloody, he's bruised and cut all over, and he's shivering in the cold as you've been flying.
The poor baby.
Yeah. So, keep that in mind here. He does that, he is, like, clutching you. Danika, as he's flying, and that's actually so we're going to amend this a little bit. Because of that extra weight, they caught up to you sooner than when I said 25 minutes. We're going to say they caught up to you after about 15 minutes. So you're currently skimming along the trees. The broom is barely managing to hold the weight of the 3 of you. And now things are shooting at you, according to Cog. He yells out against the wind. So, what are you all doing?
Cog, do you want to fight or do we want to keep going?
He'd be like, "Can you do anything?" He's gonna like say this to, the alchemist. He's like, "What can you do, Van Richten?"
Yeah.
Because do we know exactly? Because we just call him the alchemist, but what's his? I'm sure Esmeralda would have said what he's... Is he a
No.
wizard? Is he
No,
sorcerer?
she's really never said anything
Oh.
about that.
Well, I'm
Um,
just saying, we've been with her for a while. I just assume...
You haven't been with her that long. You've been with her for like a day and a half, if that. I think
Well,
it's been
we
less
also-
than a day, technically.
Hey, we spent the night in the
You
same
did spend the night, and you did talk a little bit, and like she's just described him as the alchemist. I don't know if you've ever really talked about what he can and can't do. You whisper that to him. His reply to you is really, well, let's see. What can he do? He's gonna look back at you and say, unfortunately, not much in this situation. Most of my magic comes from the use of my alchemical tools, which, as you can see, I do not have on me.
So you got nothing. That's what you're telling me.
I really no. I can. I really cannot do very much right now. If you have a weapon, I can use a weapon. I can use a sword.
We can give him something, yeah. I mean, Cog's got a mace.
Can you use an arrow? Or a bow and arrow? Or let me see what I got.
Yeah, because I've just got a mace.
I feel like he shouldn't get all up in their grill.
Matt, apparently there's streaming issues right now.
Deep sigh. I have a hand crossbow.
I have no idea what the fuck's going on with this. It's actually really frustrating. It was working just fine yesterday, or not yesterday, but Monday.
Urzak and Delphine are just too much to handle.
Apparently.
Yep, it's all your guys' fault.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, it can't be my CPU. My CPU is running great. I think we're back up, though.
Maybe.
Well, we're just going to keep going, and if I have to edit all this together later, I'm going to edit all this together later.
So
anyway,
the alchemist was pretty messed up, though. So I mean,
the alchemist is extremely jacked up. Like he was tortured and then burned alive.
Yeah, I mean, I guess while if Cog would be like, all right, I think we're gonna have to take these things. We're gonna have to fight them and then keep moving because and he would burn. I guess Walwards. He's like, just go ahead and land. We'll figure it out. But while he's saying that, he'd do his little channel divinity, the healing one, the preserve life.
Mm-hmm.
I think did it pop up? Yes, it did. And so it'd be 45 points between us. How hurt is Danika? What's your health?
I think my health is at 57.
Out of
80.
Yeah, I'm 41 out of 63. So I would say we could do can you tell us what his hit pool would be at full health?
At full health, his hit pool is pretty comparable to the rest of yours.
Okay.
You would guess, and he is looking damn near death.
At 45, I'd say 10 to each of me and Danika, to Cog and Danika, 25 to him.
Okay.
And then Cog would just be like, put us down, Danika. We gotta fight.
Okay. Danika is gonna find a nice clearing, I guess.
Okay.
It's once they kind of land, she's gonna turn to Van Richten and she's gonna say, I trust you not to leave, but stay somewhere safe. And she's gonna cast invisibility on him.
As you're doing this, you hear him whisper, "Who are you people?"
And I'm just gonna tell him that we're friends of your granddaughter.
Oh, it's gonna be like, we're the guardians of that. No, okay. Like, we know Esmeralda. Actually, it is his daughter, not his granddaughter.
That was his daughter? The whole time I thought it was his
It's his
granddaughter.
daughter. It's his daughter.
My bad.
It's like, we ran into Esmeralda. We're here to help.
Esmeralda's here.
Well,
Damn that girl.
she's with our friends, but we ran into her. She asked us for help. Doesn't matter now. We have bigger problems.
Indeed, we do. Do you have a weapon for me at least?
Danika said they have a hand cross. I mean, Cog's got a mace. That's about...
I'm gonna give him my bow.
You're gonna give him a bow? What kind of bow is it? A long bow?
Well, they have a hand crossbow. I have a light crossbow. So
Yeah, I have a hand crossbow.
So what are you giving him?
Which one can he use?
Either.
we'll do the light crossbow. I think that got a little bit more punch to it.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have silver-tipped bolts for him. I don't know if that means anything against Spine Devils. I don't recall. But that's the ammunition he'd give him.
Okay.
He's got 20 of them, so as you use them, I'll count them off to take them off my list.
That is a 1d10, I believe.
Light crossbow is... No, it's a D8.
1d8. Yeah.
Off his dex. 8320 is the ranges.
Okay. Let me finish this real quick. Okay. Sounds good. You give him the crossbow. He takes it very well. I'll stay down and out of the way. I'll only use this as the last resort. And he is going to duck back, and you kind of hear him crunching through the trees as, well, you're standing there in the middle of this clearing. There's trees kind of all around you. You've got basically about 30 or so feet around you before the woods overtake you. I'm going to be grabbing these real quick. Give me 1 second.
Comes the start of the Danika and Cog show. We don't need the rest of them. We'll finish the campaign on our own. Just
Probably
two
will.
friends hitchhiking through the wilderness.
So the two of you are standing there in the middle of this clearing, back to back, looking around, waiting for whatever these things are that are going to be coming towards you. After a few moments, you do see them flying up in the air, heading down towards you. 4 smallish looking winged creatures. They have bat-like wings. They're covered in a thick layer of spines all down their back and along their wings. They have a spear in their hand, and their tail is long and jagged and barbed with a ton of spikes. So I'm going to need you guys to roll for initiative.
Let me click on my token. Roll 20, thank you. Wow. Good times. Good times. At least not last.
Okay.
Almost last.
Almost last. Well, the two of you can see these creatures flying towards you. Cog, you're in pitch black, so I'm gonna assume you cast light on your mace so you can see.
Yeah, I mean, he would have done that coming down just so he can actually,
See.
see.
That's fair. Van Richten is hiding. You do not see where he is right now. But you can see the 4 spine devils. And Danika, you're up first. So what are you doing? Danika, you with us?
Oh no.
I am here. I'm sorry. I forgot I had to press the microphone button. I'm gonna attack the 2 that are by Cog. And I'm going to cast Synaptic Static.
Interesting. I like it. So it looks like I need... Okay, go ahead and hit your spell so the damage pops up.
Okay, 1 second. Let me do the thing.
Got 3 1s and 2 2s on the damage dice.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
Holy fuck.
What the heck?
Oh man.
These things are extremely intelligent, apparently. Yeah, they both succeeded. They're both going to take half damage. 9 points of psychic damage hits the 2 of them. Ah! They cry out.
Well, I tried. And then as my bonus action, I am going to give Cog Bardic Inspiration.
I like it.
You can do it, buddy.
Okay. Next up is the first Spine Devil. Let's see here. I got 40 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15. They come flying down towards you, Danika. You see they have kind of a jagged-looking pitchfork in its hands. It's definitely like your stereotypical-looking devil creature. It is going to attempt to, let's see. I think it's going to stab at you with the fork and then try to bite you. The fork is a 12. That's going to miss. The bite is a 7. That is also going to miss. It is then going to fly back up into the air above you. It has an ability called Flyby. And the devil does not provoke an opportunity attack when it flies out of an enemy's reach. So it's going to fly back in the air, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to right there. It's flying 20 feet above you, kind of at an angle.
Okay.
Rictavio's turn is... Or, why does it say Rictavio? That is not Rictavio. That is the alchemist. That's Van Richten. It's fucking weird. Anyway, Van Richten... it's his turn. You told him to stay down and hide, and that is what he is doing. I'm going to have him roll a stealth check. He's got advantage because he's got the, what you called on it, the invisibility. That's an 11. So he's definitely making like crackling sounds as he's crawling through the brush. Next up, we got the Spine Devils that got hit by that static, what would you call it? Synaptic static. They're looking pretty hurt. They're going to come flying down towards... Well, I think, yeah, they would kind of fly towards Danika because they're... Basically, so what's going on is they're flying above Danika's head and stabbing down towards them, so this is not going to provoke an attack of opportunity from you, Cog. They're just too high above you. They're going to move in 20 feet, stab at Danika. making 2 forks attacks. Does 17 hit? Danika?
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to press the button. My AC 17.
Okay, so it does just hit.
Yeah.
Well, that's not right.
You know what?
Oh, no,
I'll take
right.
it.
It is right. Sorry. Yeah, that's the fork attack. So the 1 point. Yeah, a whole 1 point of damage. It is then going to bite. 15 misses. So I'm going to fly back another 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Danika will, like, rub her head where she got hit with the fork.
Yeah, basically she just flew overhead, stabbed down, barely hit you, flew up again. Next up is another one of the Spine Devils. It's also going to fly towards you, do the exact same thing. Here's a fork attack. 15 is going to miss. Here's a bite attack. 6 is going to miss. It flies back another 20 feet. Corwan, you're up.
Alright. What we gotta do? Well, I think we're gonna need my friend, Mr. Eric Draven, the Skeletal Crow. And we will drop him, we'll put him on this one.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, where are you wanting him to
He's,
go?
over on this one right here. Top right, yeah, that one.
Got it.
And he will swing at that prick. Oh, I just had it. I was just on top of it. Where did it go? Assuming 20 hits.
20 does hit.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying, why does it ask me what level? I was like, I casted it as normal. So that is 10 force on that one. And then as the action, we are going to toss out a Sacred Flame at the same one. So, good God, I got a DC 17 Dexterity. And since that is a cantrip and I have Divine Strike now, I guess it would also do 1 extra radiant damage.
Well, a 9's definitely going to fail, so that's
15 radiant, so it's 25 total to that guy.
Ouch. Yeah, between the Skeletal Crow's pecking and your Sacred Flame, that's enough to take this thing out.
Yeah, that just, with all the rage and, vitriol he can muster, he's like, you fucked with the wrong halfling. And he's just growling at these fucking spined devils now. Just the rage in his little heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's his turn. We're good.
Yeah, seeing that, the last Spine Devil is going to come swooping at you, Cog. Make a fork attack. 19.
Oh, that will hit. He's got an 18. Come on.
4 points of piercing damage, followed up by a bite. That's an 11. It is then going to go flying back away from you.
Cog could bite at him as he leaves.
It's like a chihuahua.
Danika, you're up next.
He's going feral.
Danika is going to cast Dissonant Whispers on probably the one that is in front of her to the left.
Okay, this one here.
Yep.
Dissonant Whispers, that's a wisdom saving throw.
Why are they so good?
That is a success. It's going to take 3 points of psychic damage.
Danika mumbles. This is why Strahd acknowledged me and not Urzak.
Cog will be like, we got to bring that up to Big Green later. It's going to piss him off.
Van Richten's turn. He is going to be just moving, trying to hide. I'm going to have him do another stealth check. This time he rolled a 16. That's a little bit better. We got some more Spine Devils. This one's coming flying at you, Danika. 17's going to hit for 6 points of piercing damage.
That's okay. I don't mind the fork attacks.
I meant to roll the bite, not the tail spine, but that's okay. A 7's still going to miss.
Just watch the video Marty sent me.
Next up is another... Oh, wait a minute. Then he's going to go flying away again. Next up is the next Spine Devil, the one that just got Destiny Whispered. They are going to be throwing some tail spines at you, Danika. A 6 and another 6. Wow. These things do not attack very well. Corwan, you're up next.
We got 20 feet. I can move him, so he can perfectly get to that guy. 21 will hit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, not the Divine Strike, because I don't think it counts towards his... No. Well, yeah, because it's got to be a weapon or a cantrip from him. So 6 force.
6 points of force damage.
All right. And you know what? I think... Which one? Was it this one that came down and tried to stab and bite at me? Yeah.
Yes.
He's going to send a level 1 guiding bolt at him.
Oh.
It's 14 hit.
14 hits.
Yes.
It is 19 radiant damage. Oh no, I guess that's not a cantrip or an attack, so it's just 12. Just 12. It only works on cantrips, yeah, so it's 12.
That dude is looking severely hurt right now.
And he's just gonna go, Arr!
He's
Just
also
kind of
glowing.
growl at him again. Yep. So yeah, he's going a little feral.
Absolutely. That's that thing's turn. It is going to fly upward at its full movement speed. That's 80 feet into the air. Shoots up into the air, past through the trees. And then you just hear this loud guttural howl that just echoes across the valley. And that's going to be its turn. Danika, you're up.
Hit the button.
Oh shit! Sorry. That one. Thanks. That one that flew 80 feet. Danika is going to cast her Psychic Lance.
Okay, what's the range on that?
120 feet.
Yeah, yeah, I'm going to say you're good. You can see it through the trees still, because you're in a clearing, so it just shot straight up, so you'd be able to see it. Well, yeah, I'm gonna allow it. Because it is dark vision, blah, 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 but still. You can see the
Actually, you don't
silhouette,
even
it's
need, I think with that, because it just says if the named target is
No,
within range, you don't even need to see it.
fine. Named target. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
well, I
Like,
mean-
you have to speak
okay,
its
yeah.
actual name.
Yeah.
But
Its name
you
is
can
Little Prick, right?
You can still see it. You can see the silhouette,
Yeah.
because there is a tiny bit of light from the moon, so you can see it. It's going to make a what check?
All I have is intelligence checks, so just do it. Hopefully you roll bad.
Well, it's still going to take half as much.
Yeah.
19. Wow. Where are these rolls earlier?
Things have a +0. What
It
happened?
literally has a +0.
I can mouse over it and see.
76. I mean, it was hurt already. This has to.
Do your damage.
Doo-doo-doo. I'm clicking it, I swear. What am I doing wrong? Oh, oops. Okay, hold
Yeah,
on. I find out where I fucked up. Watch out.
Oh, good lord.
Oh,
28, so it's the first.
You got the
28's
same
first
thing
one. Wow,
4 times in a row.
that's crazy. 28, half of that is 14. That is more than enough to take that dude out. You send that psychic lance up towards the thing, frying its brain, and it just does one of those helicopter splat in the ground.
4th level spell.
And Danika's gonna, say to Cog, I was like, that didn't sound good. We need to go.
Let's kill these 2 bitches first.
Oh my.
Dude, he's fucking. Dude, after their friend died, yeah, he's fucking over it, man.
Anyway, that's it for Danika's turn. Van Richten is up next. He is still trying to stay hidden. Uh, 17. He's hiding pretty well. The Spine Devils that are in the air, they're going to fly. They're going to remain where they are right now and lob 2 tail spikes at Danika, since Danika is the clearer threat right now.
Fucking Urzak
22
so
and a
much
23. Finally, some good throws. That's going to do 3 points of piercing damage, and as it sticks into you, it burns in flames, doing 1 point of fire damage. Then the second one hits, doing 6 points of piercing damage and 5 points of fire damage.
Ouch.
Oh, shit. I just realized he has magical resistance. I should have been rolling all of those at advantage, all the saving throws. Not that I really needed it. I've been rolling stupidly well. But anyway, he is then going to kind of fly up a little bit, but remain about 40 feet off the ground. Next up is the one next to the spectral crow. It's smart enough to recognize what that thing is. It's going to send 2 tail spikes at Cog. That's 22 to hit and an 18 to hit. I know the 22 hits. Does 18?
They'll both hit.
Okay. 5 points of piercing damage, 2 points of fire damage for the first hit. 6 points of piercing damage, 1 point of fire for the second.
14.
It is then going to fly up 30 feet into the air. So it is currently, I'm going to say 40 feet into the air. So it's currently 60 feet up. Corwan, you're up next.
Alright. Well, I would say that one's probably out of the range of the light cantrip at this point.
Correct.
So he's just going to kind of move a little closer to this one. And we're going to go, how far? Is it like 10 feet off the ground? What is it doing? Is
Which
it closer
one?
to the one that he's next to?
This one is currently 40 feet off the ground.
This one right here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
Well,
guy's
then
40.
he'd get as close as he can underneath it then. Just to be able to see it's and what do we got here? What can he do? Yeah, I suppose we'll do another guiding bolt at that one. Where does 13 hit this gentleman?
13 does not.
Ooh. All right, yeah. I mean, he would move
You did have
Oh,
my
wait a minute.
bardic inspiration.
I
Does
got
that
bardic
help?
inspiration.
Yeah, you do have bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
It's a D8 at this point.
I think so.
A 15 should hit because I think a 14 hit earlier. There's 15 radiance.
Okay, 15 points of radiant damage. That's enough to take this dude out.
And he just, as I guess it just falls through, he just spit on its little dead body. And then he just shouted to, Danika, he goes, I can't see the last one. You're going to have to get him.
On it. And Danika will. I'm gonna use how much higher is it than me right now?
He's up 60.
It's up 60. Let's do. How much is my ranging on my crossbow? Crossbow.
A hand crossbow is going to be different. I think it's 3120 or 3080, I think. For a hand crossbow.
There's
a little cogwheel next to it, and it'll tell you its ranges.
Where are you at, hand crossbow?
Okay, I'll pull it up.
3120?
3120. Okay. Yeah, it's the 30's the minimum.
Okay, so then I should be okay to use it. Correct?
I'd say you gotta get within 30 feet, or you're gonna be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Past. Yeah, that once you go past that, you're at disadvantage unless you got sharpshooter.
Okay, well, I'm going to move closer to it. And I will look up and aim my crossbow. And I got a 16.
16 is going to hit.
For 8 piercing.
Are these regular arrows?
They're...
I know Cog had silver tipped, and I want someone else got silver tipped from the woman, the Vistani.
I also got silver tipped ones.
You have silver tipped on your character
Urzak
sheet?
slept with.
Yep, I've got 20 of them.
Then, okay, and you're using the silver tipped?
Yeah.
Nice. That instance, it actually helps you out. You shoot up at the spine devil. The silver tipped arrow thunks into its leg. It cries out in pain, taking the full damage.
Yay! Is it still alive though?
It is still alive.
Ugh, that's unfortunate.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Van Richten. He's going to make another stealth check. He is remaining hiding. Nice. Nat 20 for 21. We only have one spine devil left. He's high enough. He's 40 feet away. He's seeing how the tables have turned. He's got a silver arrow, or a silver crossbow bolt anyway, stuck in his leg. He's in a lot of pain. He's going to use his movement in action to fly 40 feet away into the air at high speed. As it's doing so, it's crying out, yelling at the top of his lungs. What are you to do?
I guess when Cog would just scream, chase him and kill it.
How are you doing that?
What's his turn? He wouldn't be able to do anything.
Okay. So you're just kind of yelling.
Because he can't see it, yeah. So, he would kind of just roar, just shout up to Danika. He's like, chase after that thing and kill it.
Okay, Danika, it's the top of the turn order. What are you doing? You gotta hit the button.
I keep talking, I do. Danika, I'm assuming I kept my broom with me. I'm gonna hop on my broom and I'm gonna follow after it. And I'm gonna have I'm going to get as close as I can. Like, how far ahead of it is it for me? Like,
Okay,
if I
so
chase after it.
it was let's see, it was 60 feet in the air when it started off. It's flown another 80 feet. So that would be, it's 140 feet in the air and flying at an upward angle. So it's also 80 feet at an angle. You can fly, what's your
Like
flight
50.
speed? 50?
I think. Can I zoom up 50, and then will I be in range to try and shoot it with another silver tip crossbow?
I'm going to say that yes, you are flying up. If you go 100 feet into the air, you'd see it about 20 feet above you, which is enough enough of a range to give you a shot.
27 to hit
Yeah, that hits.
for 6 piercing.
You're chasing after this thing. It's screaming at the top of its lungs. You're flying up, listening, using the sound more than anything else to guide you until you actually get vision on the thing. You continue to fly upward, pulling out your crossbow. You're holding the broom with one hand, the crossbow with the other. Kind of close your eyes, line up your shot, and fire. And the arrow goes flying through the air, striking the thing in its back. It screams out again, kind of does one of these, oh shit, Hans Gruber moments. And then just plummets downward.
Danika, like, kind of, she kind of zooms down afterwards towards, Cog, and she's like, I couldn't miss that with my elf heron.
Then I guess he would say, like, all right, we have to get out of here. He's like, Van Richten, where are you?
Van Richten calls up, I'm over here, and you hear some rustling to your east.
He'd be like, he goes, you can drop the spell, Danika. We need to see it.
Oh, yeah. And then Danika's like, just sandwich in between us. We gotta go.
Real quick. We've been going towards that tower. I guarantee Strahd knows that's where you've lived all these years. Where's somebody else we can go that you know of? You've been in this place for a long time.
You're saying this to Van Richten?
Yes, he goes, where's somewhere else we could go? Because I don't think the tower is safe now that those things are screaming.
The only other safe place I can think of would be either with Robert or with Darts. Are they still here? Are they in Barovia?
Who?
Robert. He's Robert
as far
Mitchell.
As we know.
He's a wizard.
Yeah, I trust me. He's from the rope. He's from where we are. I know exactly who that man is.
You know him. You know Mitchell.
He disappeared. What was it? How long ago? It's 30 years ago? Or 20 to 30 years ago? Yeah, he disappeared on us about 20 to 30 years ago, or 20 plus years ago. And I found out he's been here the whole time.
Then it's true. He is alive. That could mean that Darts is alive too. We've got to find them both. They're the only ones who know where the items are that could actually hurt Strahd. He grabs your shoulders and like he's kind of kneeling down and looking at you as he's saying this, and then he looks up above you as Danika is kind of landing at this moment, but it's not Danika that he's looking at. You can tell because the blood in his face goes deathly white.
So I see somebody violated their own rules. He said he wouldn't come after us until the sun was up.
You look back to see what it is he's looking at, and there is a half dozen werewolves standing in the clearing, staring at you.
Room to go.
And that is where we're going to end things for this evening.
I was going to say, if it were that prick, it's like, now I know Strahd's going to die for lying to Cog. That's the biggest sin he can make. not killing everyone. It's lying to comic.
Yeah, that's exactly what was going through your mind as you turned to look, but it's not Strahd. It's a half a dozen werewolves.
Yeah, fuck.
And they're all growling menacingly at you. So that's where we're going to be picking up in 2 weeks, folks. Things are not looking great for our heroes. The party is split, and Strahd has summoned a horde to hunt them. It's getting more and more intense. And we're going to find out what happens in 2 weeks here on Sonnet of Blood. So, well done, everybody. You actually managed to survive an encounter with Strahd. Well, sort of, anyway. We're going to find out whether or not you managed to keep going. You got, 3 and 3/4 hours remaining until sunrise? That's a lot of time to hide. Well, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. I'm sorry about the tech issues. I'm going to try to figure these out because it is frustrating. Come back in 2 weeks. Hopefully our heroes survive. But before then, we always like to go around the table and have everybody tell us who they are and where we can find them on the internet. And Danika, you're the one who did the recap, so go ahead and push that button and tell us who you are and where we can find you on the internet.
Hi, I'm Natalie. I play Danika. You can really just find me here every 2 weeks if I'm lucky to be here on time. On Random Rhapsody playing Curse of Strahd. And really, I'm not really too many places else on the internet. I don't go on Twitter. That's all.
Right on. Delphine, why don't you go next?
Hello, I'm Dyto. You can find me on Twitter at Dyto11. I don't really post there, but I'm here every other Wednesday, and then the alternating Mondays, and also now every Thursday, except for this one, for Tyranny of Dragons, which just kicked off last week. And we're putting it on hold this week because a couple of us have prior commitments.
It happens. Urzak, you're up next.
Hey, I'm Marty. You can find me here every other week. You can also find me on the Bard Rock Network, where I'm on most of the shows over there. You can find me on Blue Sky at Balmer. I don't post a whole lot, but nowhere feels safe to post these days. Everything's imploding, so.
Yeah, sounds about right. Vide, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Brandie. You can find me here every other Wednesday playing Vide on Curse of Strahd, and then the alternating Mondays playing Mako on the Aether Tech Wars. Otherwise, if I'm on a social media thing, it'd be at RiverDragon82. I'm on a few of them. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, I don't know what else. But if I'm there, I'd be at RiverDragon82. That's about it.
Right on. Urzak, or no, sorry, Cog, you're up next.
I am Joe playing Corwan Oliver Goodwood here on Curse of Strahd every other Wednesday. On the same Monday as this Wednesday, I am Zolos Vonneguth in Aether Shanties. And we're kind of in a pickle in that one, too. We're in a pitched battle with a bunch of space pirates in Aether space. And we were, I think, like the first 10 rolls we had yesterday on Monday, like one of them succeeded. Like it was really bad to start the session, and then it kind of came out, but they seemed like a more powerful ship than us. So we could die. I don't know. So yeah, come check that out. I could die twice in 2 weeks. You never know.
You never know.
So, yep, that's it.
Right on. Well, as always, I am Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and game master here on the Random Rhapsody Network. You can find me every Monday and Wednesday right here, running crazy games for crazy people, terrorizing my players. It's always a blast. You can occasionally find me other places like Lost or All on the Table TTRPG. I'm mainly focusing on this network right now and dealing with all that stuff. So I'm mostly right here. So all you gotta do is come find me. I'm always available. Other than that, we appreciate you watching. And as always, thank you, folks. It's been a delight. So long. Good luck. And until next time, may you live,
until you
die. Next
Can I
Good
press
night.
the button?
Good job. Good night, everybody.